So the first question, you probably know is where are you starting?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's gonna be an interesting start of this game. I'm gonna warn that now. It's
Okay,
gonna be an enemy Raptors start.
you're gonna start here.
Yeah.
And why do you? And it looks like you pinged it already really early. So
Yeah.
what makes you want to do that?
So in my mind, Nautilus is not a very common jungler. I don't know the exact clear time, but I'm assuming his clear time is fairly slow compared to Kane's. And if he starts blue, I can take away his entire red side, which would put me at a tempo lead on him. And if I can maintain that, I
Wait,
feel like
okay.
as
First, let me stop you for a sec. So yeah, you're right on that so far. But technically, like any jungler that starts blue, you could do the same thing. It doesn't really matter if they're slow or not, right?
yeah.
Like it could be Udyr. Udyr's fast. Udyr start if Udyr does blue Gromp wolves, you'll still be able to take these. So his clear speed shouldn't really be the factor of why you're doing this. Is that the main factor?
No. The main reason was because I want to try and create a advantage because I'm going to go assassin this game, so I want to try and get an advantage over him faster.
Okay, sorry, getting what?
Getting an advantage, sorry, like a CS and tempo lead, so
Okay,
I can look for more things on the map.
okay. I mean, I'll say right now, I like your plan so far. I'm just asking you why. I do like it. What else are you thinking about when you're doing this invade? Like, how are you gonna do this? Like, what?
I mean, I'm thinking about if there's possibilities mid or top, obviously, or what clear path I'm going to take. Um, But if you wanted to ask me right now,
I mean, yeah, right now, like
if
before you even go there, yeah.
yeah, if Casante sets up the wave, I could definitely look for level three.
No, no,
Um,
I'm asking like before you even start the camp. So like, the camps didn't even spawn yet. Are you thinking about like anything else? Like,
oh no, sorry.
okay, like for example, are you thinking like, what maybe Nolus is going to stand right here or something? Have you thought of that?
I did ask my mid laner and top laner to walk with me just in case of that.
Okay. And you asked them to walk with you because you think that it's a possibility that someone's here, maybe,
Yeah,
or maybe here or something.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Or even possibly here. And did you assess what would happen if you see someone?
We should win the 3v3, is what I thought at the time.
I'd say so, just because Kale is useless. These two are actually kind of good, level one. But, you know, I'd say it's pretty good for you. Yeah. Okay. The way you're talking, I assume no one spots you. So, but we'll see. I like it so far.
That's
Is
great.
Kane's really good at this too? Like in all queues, really. And even if they do spot you, there's actually a lot of things you can do. So, Kane. I don't. I mean, I remember you said you chose Kane now. Is that what you said? I forgot it was you. Someone told me that they like maining Kane
What?
now.
Oh, like, yeah, that is my main. I
Okay.
did
Okay.
choose to
Yeah.
main
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. So this is a common invade for Kayn to do. Like whether you're spotted or not, it actually works a lot of the time. Like even if you're spotted. So we'll see.
My top laner was AFK for a second. He went to go
Oh,
use the bathroom, so he was a little bit slow.
one thing you can do. I mean, I'm just throwing random ideas out here. You don't have to. You can go here, Q here. So I mean, if someone stands here, then you have to run. You already used your Q, I know, but most likely people like to stand like here. So if you Q here, you can like see if anyone's here. Um,
All right.
and you can also avoid if someone's guarding here. If someone's guarding here and you walk, like usually people guard here. It's like someone will stand like mid laner or jungler usually likes to stand here to guard this ramp. So by going here, you avoid it. Um, but one risk of going this way is obviously you're gonna use your Q, and someone could be here, like a top laner. Like oftentimes the top laner will be here. So if you Q in and a top laner is here, you're kind of screwed. But the reason this game you're not screwed is because it's Kale. Kale is just useless level one. So like Q here, Kale's here. Oh whatever, I'll just walk this way or walk this way. Most likely you want to walk this way because, like I said, mid's probably here. And if
Yeah.
if worse comes to worse, you just flash over, and then you'll have your Q soon, and you have your teammates around here too, right? So I'm saying like if they had a Darius, I probably wouldn't Q over, but because they had a Kale, you could do this, just to avoid this spot right here. Yeah.
Okay.
But going this way is fine too. Problem is you don't have, yeah, like you said, he was AFK, so okay, but this is good. I mean, or bad if she dies. Okay, no, it's good. Because that way you know that this is probably clear. Right? Was that 5? I don't think Kale was there. I think that was 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 4.
So as you do this, you kind of just have to worry, like, what if Kale could have been standing here? They saw you, or Kale could have just ran here, placed a ward, ran to her lane, right? So by doing this, you just have to always think like maybe they saw you. You never know. I mean, obviously you could start sweeper. I don't recommend starting sweeper, but you can in flex queue sweeper is pretty strong. In solo queue you don't really need sweeper. So if you had sweeper, you would know if anyone saw you here, right? Because if they saw you here, then Nautilus could start his blue buff and then go straight to yours. So you take his, he takes yours, then it's an even game, right? But you don't really want an even game. So you want a winning game. So just if you don't take sweeper here, there's another strategy, and this is relying on your team. I mean, luckily you have a 5 stack, so you have someone ward your red. That's it. That simple. So when you take his, you make sure that you want to get like a bot laner or mid lane, probably bot laner. Probably like AD carry. AD carry usually you ask the AD carry to ward this for you. That way you know if Nautilus invades you, and if Nautilus, it's really a big advantage. If you see Nautilus here, then you also know that they know that you took your stuff. It's a lot of mind games, but with knowledge added into the mix. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, in this case, they just invaded you, so there's a good chance they just take it. We don't really know because they pushed your team out. And as you see, they I mean, you didn't know in the game, but they kind of guessed probably they're coming here. But you're okay for now. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, because sometimes they think you start red, you take Raptors, and you steal red. I'm assuming you have a chance to steal it red, right? With your smite. Okay, yeah. I don't think you need to flash. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think you need to flash, or maybe. Let me see. Okay, flash is okay, but also, no, never mind. Flash is okay, because Nautilus is gonna root you, and yeah, actually. So if you had like, so if you were doing this, and you knew Nautilus was starting this, right? Because you just saw him walk here.
Yep.
Right, and there's a very low chance Nautilus would do this without Kale, right? So you also know Kale's here, most likely. I mean, most likely Kale's here. So in that sense, you would ask for help from your top laner, even if it's solo queue. I would ping my top laner, come here, because you're gonna do this, and then you're gonna do this, right? And after this, as you can see, there could be a fight, right? I mean, you have to flash out because you lose the fight. But if Cassante came, you actually win the fight because you're level 2 red buff. They're both level 1, right? Just because you're level 2 with red buff, you win. You win a 2v2. A 1v2 is kind of hard, even though you have this advantage. But a 2v2 is for sure yours. So in this kind of scenario, I would definitely have asked help here. Sometimes even ask help mid lane. I mean, but this mid matchup is kind of hard. So most of the time, I would ask him for help because he's not doing anything. His lane opponent is here, right? So this is just level 1. He doesn't need to be here right now, your top laner. So ask for help for top lane, then you can get the red buff. You might lose the red buff, like maybe it's kind of 50-50, right? Nautilus could smite it too. Whoever gets the red buff wins the fight, and then you fight after. But he's kind of just insurance. Like maybe if he's like here, he doesn't have to actually like be here. He's just like here. So if he was here when you took the red buff, you just go Q here into Kale. Like I think Kale was like here. You Q into Kale, fight Kale, and then he's coming, and then I don't think you kill anyone. They just have to relieve. But basically, you get to save your flash. That's the biggest thing. You get to save your flash if you had your Cassante here, and yeah. Okay, but I mean it's good. I'm just telling you how you can be better, right? You took two camps. He's pretty screwed right now. He flashed. I don't know. I don't remember seeing that, but maybe
He
down here.
used the invade.
Yeah. And then this you should do Gromp because do you know how the level 3 works?
Yeah, it's Raptors, Red Buff, and Gromp gets you level 3.
Yeah, or Krugs, right? You need to do Krugs or Gromp. So
Yeah.
do Gromp get level 3 faster, and then with the level 3 you clear blue faster. It's just more efficient that way. I'm interested. Why do you skip Gromp? You really want to defend this?
Yeah, I'm kind of worried that Nautilus is going to go try and invade my red, especially bot lane being dead.
Oh yeah, you're right. Where's Pantheon? Oh, who died? I don't think because you can see how low Ezreal is. I mean Ezreal, yeah, and Pantheon died too, so I don't think bot lane will help him. But there is a chance he because he has nothing to do here, right? He could have done this. He could have done this, and then he would do maybe 1 or 2 camps here, and then he might want to invade you. Actually, with this, he might. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think both are okay, actually. Skipping this is okay, but doing this is the more greedy one. Like, if you do this, right, you'll be late to your red. Let's see. But the thing is, Nautilus is going to be so slow because right? Because maybe Kayle could have leashed him here, then he wouldn't be that slow. But if Kayle did not leash him here, I think most of the time Kayle would not leash him because especially in this game, your Cassante did not help you. So he's actually pushing the wave. So Kayle needs to catch it. So Kayle really doesn't want to help Nautilus anymore. She already helped him here. So what is Nautilus going to do? He's level 1. He has no flash. He has to start a camp without a leash, and like you said already, he's already a slow jungler, already. So he's just totally screwed. So it's very unlikely for him to come here actually. So and with that, thinking about it in that way, I would actually just take greed with the Gromp, and just hope he doesn't take the red. I think the main way he takes red is he recalls here, straight from base goes to your red. If he does that, then he'll take your red. Otherwise, if he has to clear one of his camps or something, he's probably not going to get the red. And again, like we said, I mean, I wasn't paying attention, but if you were paying attention, he doesn't have flash, so it's risky for him to come here against Kayn, right?
Yep.
Yeah, just some ideas, but your idea I think is fine in a lot of games, especially it depends on the game, but not this game, but a lot of games, yeah, it is fine. Oh, he is. Hold on. He did do what I said. That was his first. Yeah. He recalled, went straight to your red. So actually, your play works. Your play stops him right here. Yeah. Okay, nice. Hold on. After you kill him, let it go back. You killed him here, and your smite's up. Your Q's up, almost. So, hold on. Where's your ward? Do you have a ward? No. Okay, there's 2 thoughts here. This is the safe play, and I think you know what I want you to do, maybe. Maybe this.
You just take away his blue side.
Sorry, what?
I said take away his blue side.
The reason I say, I think it's good to try, especially as you're playing Kayn against flashless, Nautilus, level 2. 2 reasons is, well, let's talk about all the factors here, and we have a lot of time to think about it. In game, you don't actually have time to think about it, right? So you gotta do it fast. You have bot prio, kind of. I mean, you have first of all, it looks like I don't know what his cannon's here, but you have a cannon. I don't know if they also have a cannon, but you have 2 full HP people. Pyke is in the back, but he is coming. And then look how low Ezreal is. Ezreal, He is 2-0, but he probably wants to recall. Looking at this, right? He's not gonna. He doesn't want to stay here with this. Um, the problem is this: you're losing mid. So you're like, when I say winning, I mean I don't mean like actual winning, but like in right now in terms of lane prio, you're winning bot. You're losing mid, but you're winning jungle. So you're winning three. You three are winning versus just he's winning. So you could go here. It might be messy. That's what I'm saying. It's you gotta be confident, especially when you play Kayn. You gotta be he's really good at counter jungling, especially when ahead. So it's actually rare for Kayn to be ahead. I mean, you're massively ahead of Nautilus. Like usually Kayn's not that ahead in the early game. Like if you're against stronger junglers. So since you're against like tank junglers especially, like you're very free to try to take things, right? So I imagine if you go here and try to take something, Nautilus probably comes here, right? He's not going to come here again because he knows you took the red and the Raptors. So you'll know Nautilus is coming, but again, you have Smite, you have level 3, you have bot prio. Just fight it. You have to be. This is kind of like I'm not saying this is 100% really good for you, but you have to be like it's in your favor, like a 60-70% in your favor kind of play to be aggressive right here. And the worst that can happen is you die, but I don't think you would die because you save your E, right? You just need to Q over this wall. Right now you don't have E actually, right? So but by the time you get here, you'll have your E. So you just Q over this wall, go here, try to take something. It could be blue, could be Grom. I would let me see. It depends. I think I might try to take Gromp because if there's a chance you could take Gromp here and Nautilus doesn't see you, right? Because he walks here, they oftentimes would just go straight to blue. So if you do Gromp and you pull it this way, there's a good chance Nautilus doesn't even see it. So you get to take a free Gromp, and then after you take the Gromp, then you go try and bother him on the blue, or you could just leave depending on the situation. So the power of this is, even if you don't take the Gromp, I think you do get the Gromp, but even if you don't take the Gromp, what else could happen? Is maybe you'll have a fight. And Kayn likes fighting. I mean, if he can, right? Because of orbs. I know you want blue form. You'll get red orbs off of Nautilus, Pantheon. But any orbs are good. They'll still speed up your. You get red form. You just wait the timer for blue form, right? So any form points are good. So even if you fight and you don't get Gromp, that's still a win for you. And you're pressuring the Nautilus. You're like, Nautilus is like, oh, Kayn's here, guys, help me. He's gonna ask for help from bot lane. He's gonna ask help from Akshan. Akshan might help him, which is bad for you, good for your mid laner. Your mid laner will have some relief. She can get some CS easily, maybe push it or something. So by going in here, you again, I'm saying it's not like that great for you. Like what I really think you'll get is you'll get a Gromp, you'll maybe get some orbs. If you're really lucky, you get to steal blue. I mean, maybe it's possible, right? There's a lot of things that are possible when you be aggressive. Whereas if you do this is 100% you get Krugs, yes, 100% you get Raptors, right? But you're giving up the chance to win the game. Like you kind of win the game here. If you, in the best case scenario, you take Gromp, you steal blue, you kill Nautilus. These guys come to help, but you kill Nautilus. You escape with your E. Like this is, I mean, obviously I'm just explaining the best case scenario, but I don't think that will actually happen. But it depends how both teams play it, right? But it's in your favor is my point. When you're playing Kayn, and I wouldn't recommend this for like a lot of other junglers, but when you're playing a jungler like Kayn and you're playing him when you're ahead, you gotta take aggressive plays like that. Well, I mean, you don't have to. You could still win by passive, but
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, that's good. But then here's a good example of, right, if you had your Cassante help you, then you have your flash, and then he actually dies here with your flash, right? Just you can see the snowball effect of small things, yeah. Also, if you had your Cassante help you here, you have your flash, you would probably feel more confident invading this, right? It's kind of risky invading this with no flash, but with the flash, you should feel very, very confident. But even without flash, I still think you can do this. Yeah. But good game. I mean, you got his flash, and you did relieve pressure for Sandro, and you're counter jungling here. That's great. I'm curious why you don't go for this. Why don't you go for this?
Kale was pushed up, so I'm going to go for Kale.
Okay, but you could go for this and then still go for Kale because if you look at where Kale is, like it doesn't look like she's gonna leave anytime soon. Like, look, it looks like she just warded this, so she feels kind of safe, right? She just came from river, right? It looked like she warded like maybe something here. I mean, she didn't ward this because you have a ward here, right? So she's full HP, or I mean, almost full HP, almost full mana, and her wave is pushing. Right? If she leaves the wave here, it's really bad for her. She's not leaving, so this is like you have to read the lane stay. Like, and you look at her HP, look at her mana. These three factors, right? She just warded, she's full, and her wave is in a bad spot. So three factors tell me she's not going anywhere. She's not leaving anywhere. So you have a lot of time. So with this time, go ahead, take this, and then after you take this, you have the best angle. You're right behind her, right? Through here, you go through here, and just gank her, right? Because you don't want to go through here, right? Because there's a ward here. I mean, I assume you're gonna go through here. I think. I don't know how you're gonna do the gank, but do you see what I'm saying? Is in some games, yeah, this is gankable. You want to go A as soon as possible, but in this game, you actually have time. There is a risk, though, and when I do say that, though, there is a risk that Nautilus comes here and then he sees you, then this gank maybe doesn't work. But there is also a chance that even if Nautilus sees you, you just ignore Nautilus, go straight for Kayle. I mean, and then you hope to. I don't know if you'll kill. I don't think you'll kill her, but just hope to do whatever damage you do, and then you go back to Crab.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, let me see. Actually, your play is okay too. Yeah, your play is okay too. I think what I'm just showing you so far is aggression, like aggression when you're ahead, because again you're ahead. So like Kayn ahead is quite oppressive. He's rarely ahead actually, right? Because he's usually the weaker jungler in a lot of matchups. So being ahead, you get to have fun. You get to do a lot more than you normally could.
Yeah.
Okay. How do we see Nautilus? Is there a ward here?
Yeah, there was a ward in this Raptors.
Okay. Did you mess up your E?
That was on CD.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with getting Sean. Oh, nice. So ideally, I mean, but this is more on Lissandra, is she only uses her CC when you're coming in, but that's not your fault.
Yeah.
And I think she was gonna die anyway, so she had to. Why did you? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Why did you not just go this way?
I didn't know where Pantheon was at, so I thought he was going to catch me.
See, the thing is, Pike came from here, right?
Yeah.
So no one's here, and Pike is here. So if Pantheon comes this way, you'll see him, right? Because Pike is giving you the vision of if they go this way. So they can bot lane can only come this way, right? Based off vision. They cannot go this way. I mean, if they, I'm like, they can go this way, but you'll see them. That's what you know. So your mistake is just you just go this way and you're fine. Well, I don't know if you're fine. Nautilus will lock you down for a bit, but you're in a better spot just walking this way. You will get hit by the Nautilus, yes, but you know, if you have to, you have flash EQ this way. So yeah, that's the only mistake. I do like you being aggressive here because what happens when you're aggressive here? You see, right? Bot lane comes to help, and you might be annoyed that their bot lane helps them, but what you don't notice when that happens, or maybe you do notice, is your team feels really relaxed because they don't have to fight against a lane opponent, right? So you know if Akshan moves, she feels relaxed and so on. So you're helping your team relieve pressure by invading. So I like your invade. I just yeah, just, you should have went this way. That's all. Especially because you're level 6 and you know he's level 5, right? You are like you're still strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like, yeah. Okay. I think I know what you're doing. Oh. No, what are you doing? You're straight for the gank. Okay. Uh. mm, It's okay. I mean, to be fair, I didn't expect Nautilus either. So. But
Yeah,
what I would have done though is do the red first. I mean, it doesn't really. You play, yeah. I think do the red first. I don't know why you don't do the red first. You think you have to go as soon as possible? I think it's the same thing
Yeah.
here. Like, why do you have to go as soon as possible? Why do you think you have to go as soon as possible? Hold on, it's here, right? They could just like freeze it here if they want. They kind of are. You kind of saw these guys come from here, so this probably warded. So basically, what's the rush? I mean, let me see. This does look like a decent gank, right? Because it depends on Pyke landing the hook, right? Because Ezreal has a dash out. Pantheon is kind of annoying. He just uses his E. So it does depend on Pyke engage. Actually, well, let me think. No, yeah, if you do come later, it is in the worst spot. I'll give you that. If you do come later, it is in the worst spot, but here's what I'm thinking. Here's, you do the red, you go here, then you ether here. So it doesn't matter where, it doesn't really matter. Like, this is where you avoid this ward, right? So you just go through here. And a benefit of this is Nautilus probably not here anymore. Because why is Nautilus here? Well, I mean, he was here a while ago, right? Then where would he be after here? He has two main options, right? I think most people would think he would go here. But there is here. To be fair, I didn't expect this either, but he could be here, right? But how long would he want to be here? He wouldn't want to be here that long. So just by doing your delay thing, actually, there's a decent chance Nautilus is like, okay, never mind, he recalls, and then you gank from this way, and it works better. It also works better because you have a red buff. So that's what I would have done. But to be fair, I do see merit in your play. I'm giving you another thought. I think your play's not bad. I mean, it's just unfortunate that Nautilus is here. Yeah. I would say we're both thinking the same thing at this point. Like, I also think you could gank bot, but the way I do it is a little different than the way you do it. Yeah. Oh wait, you guys just that one? No. Okay. Hmm. Why? Oh, let me think. Okay. Nice. Oh, how'd you get? I didn't even know you would get farmed that early. I guess you did gank this.
You didn't think I would, or you?
No, I didn't think you would. I thought you hit melee. Oh no, it doesn't matter. You just have to range more, right? Wait, did you? I wasn't watching it. Just a good gank, I think. Oh no, wait. Oh, wasted all right, but yeah, otherwise good. Did they get dragon? Is that what I was? Yeah, they did. Why do you flash? Oh, actually no.
Because yeah, I was
No,
gonna say it's
no.
not action routine.
Let me go back to this actually. So the problem with this is, let's see, is this, yeah. Oh, she has TP, but if you really want to do this, you would commit with your team, like Lysandra TP. Oh wait, she can't, right? It's 14. You need 14, so yeah. The problem is this. So you killed Ezreal, right? But this, he moves pretty fast. So 3v3. Think about 3v3. You have no ult, right? Because you ulted for this kill, I believe. They have, Pantheon's deceptively strong no matter what. He's like 0-4. He's still deceptively strong as as a support. Like you just as a champion in general. Like Pantheon's kit is just quite strong regardless of how much gold he has. So that's something to fear. Technically same with Nautilus. They had you see their CC, right? Their CC is very very annoying. So, but Pantheon not only CC also has decent damage too. So this is kind of dangerous. But it looked like you didn't notice. Oh, I know what you didn't think Nautilus was here, right?
Yeah.
But you should have, because you see you have these wards and he's not here, right? If he was farm, maybe he would come from base and farm Crux. That's the only thing. But otherwise, you would see him if he's on this side, and he's not, right? So he has to be here. He must be here. And again, the Akshan, we also know Akshan's gonna, has the prio, so. Was a close escape, though. And then the other thing is, you have lots of things to do, like your camps are up, so it's not that beneficial to go for this. Like, I would say this is like a almost 50-50, 40-60 kind of play. Like, it's not a little different from when I told you to invade, just because of how the lanes were, and knowing Nautilus is here, and you're not that ahead of Nautilus anymore. What level are you? Okay, we'll play it. But you're not that ahead of Nautilus anymore, and also Nautilus, tanks in general, right? They don't have to actually have gold and stuff. They're actually the same level, right? Tanks they're useful just for their like CC and tankiness, right? So he's actually he's as useful as you, almost as useful. I would argue it depends on in team fights. He's probably more useful than you actually, Nautilus right now. So you're not in this case. You're not that ahead of Nautilus anymore. Pantheon and Pyke both there, right? Caitlyn wasn't even there. She was like here. She could come, but it would take her a while. And then no Akshan Prio. So that that's just assessing the map. Is it okay or not? And strength, right? Like now you're not actually stronger than Nautilus anymore. If you're a red Kayn, you would be, but you're blue, right? So blue's not as good versus tanks.
Yeah.
You kill KO or something? I think so. Oh. Yeah, you see, you don't even like really. I mean, like you don't lose to him, I guess, but you don't really win either, right? It's kind of whatever. Both of you are like fighting, but nothing's happening. Yeah. Whereas in the early game, you would beat him. Nice. Once you see this, actually, hold on. Okay, yeah, then. Once you see this, and you heal off Raptors, then you go for this again, because who's gonna stop you here? Only Pantheon, right? And
yeah,
Pantheon is he is kind of scary. I mean, even though he's a support and stuff, he could probably chunk you like this much. So yeah, doing Raptors I think was good because you heal off the Raptors. But once you had the Raptors, you had your E heal. I think it's a great time to go take all these because the only person that stops you is Pantheon. But you have Pyke here too, right? And you just Pyke. You don't even need Caitlyn. You have Pyke, so you don't even really need to be afraid of Pantheon up here. And you can ignore it. Like you see him, and you actually see him here, so you just ignore him. You can do wolves first or something. Wolves gives you you clear wolves the fastest out of all these three camps, right? And then you heal off the wolves, and then maybe you look to take one more. Maybe no, not two, but maybe like one more. You can even if you don't take one more. It's taking his is better than taking yours, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and this is like a common thing with Kayn too. Like you just keep taking. You just build up a CS lead. I mean, you already have 40 CS lead, right? You just keep building it. Oh, that's a good one. So the problem with this is you can't. This is a different time, right? When you're coming now, you did Krugs already, right? So what happens now? They already like spawned in, or he probably recalled or something, right? He was here. I don't know when because I was fast forward, but he was here. He had time to recall, time to come here. He's probably gonna come here, not only in the camps, right? But there's a dragon coming up, so most likely they're gonna come here out of base. Ezreal too, right? Ezreal was dead, but he spawned too, right? So they're all coming here. Probably Akshan too. Even maybe Kale. I mean, Kale has TP, so Kale could be here. But everyone's here now. So the thing is, the window you have to do these aggressive plays is small, but you have to take them when they're open. So that's just a skill you'll start to learn. Right? Like you can limit test here. You might, maybe you do try to be aggressive in your future games, and then you get screwed. Like you just die. But you'll just that's like limit testing. Then you'll learn like when can I invade, when can I not. So in this case, you could have based on the timers, but then once they spawn, not really. Yeah. So what I was thinking is maybe you probably take blue. I think if you can avoid Pantheon, I would have taken blue and then hit this, do Krugs, and then maybe contest Dragon, something like that. So blue, get rid of their boss cone, then you can do your Krugs. I mean, I think you have time to do Krugs, and then yeah. And that's just a small win, right? You might think, okay, well, what did that actually give you? Not much. You didn't actually gain much from what I'm telling you to do, but you did gain a blue. You took away a blue, right? +1, -1. Right? You think of it that way, like you +4 for you, -4 for him. That's like 8, right? So
I mean, I also get the upgrade smite over him, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you said the smite upgrade?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But yeah. So plus is decent, right? And it's a blue buff. I mean, blue buff. Oh, you didn't go tier, so it's even better on you, right? For blue king. So blue buff could actually help you here. And then since you invaded earlier, like versus right now in the actual situation, you invaded late, so you die or you lose, or I think you died. Yeah, in the replay you died, so you wouldn't have died, and it's just a better situation. Yeah, if you can see what I'm saying. Oh, sorry, I did want to watch this. No, not much. I mean, you already used your stuff. Oh, 1 for 1. Okay, it's getting messy. Oh, 1 for 2. Yeah. I mean, regardless of what it's quite messy, right? But the way I was thinking is just clean, like no conflict. Actually, you would just take the camps and leave without even fighting at all, and then the real fight would be at the dragon, which is another story. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this. You skip that and just went for this. You have the top prior too. Plus, you move super fast, so they can't actually. Yeah. Oh. I only recommend this item when you're ahead. Are you ahead? Your team is. It's okay. What I think is better this game is Edge of Night because Nautilus and Pantheon. If you have Edge of Night, they can't really like lock you down before you do a combo. With this, you have to kind of ult early.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would have kept going here, especially because you see 4, right? And when it's like 15-20 minutes, you don't really care about your camps anymore. Junglers don't really care about camps anymore. It's just a 5v5 game now, macro game now. So push towers if you can, especially Blue King, right? Blue King's really good at split pushing. He can 1v1 squishies and he can just run away with E if people come, if you can't 1v1 someone, right? Or if they try to gank you. But they're not ganking you because as you see 4. I mean, yeah, Pantheon could ult you, but there's like 4 on the map, right? Who's missing? Akshan. You beat Akshan, right? Oh, he's kind of strong, actually. You could beat Akshan. It's kind of hard to beat Akshan, to be fair. But you get to pressure this at the very least. I don't think Akshan can kill you with your E and Q. Like if you just run away from him. If you don't think you can one shot him, he's actually over here anyways. So if you stayed here, you would have gotten this tower. And not wait, actually, let me see. I don't. It depends if you can push further. It really depends on where they're going here. It looks like they might come here, so we'll see. Yeah, but you would have taken this for sure, and then you could push this to pressure them, right? There's the enemy team is saying, oh, Kayn's pushing our bot tower. He's going to get the second tower too, so they have to send people here. Again, that relieves your team. Yeah. Your team doesn't have to. I mean, right now technically, they're fine. Your team's fine, but yeah, I actually don't think pushing this is that great, but this is a good play. This is, you don't actually need to do the second push. Okay, but you do it now. That's okay. Maybe did you back for an item? Oh no, just. Oh, you had Rift. I forgot you had Rift. Then actually, no, with the Rift, you could pressure that even harder.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing it. You're doing it at a different time. You're pretty good. Pretty good. Recommend Collector? I don't recommend Collector.
No, okay.
Oh, the LDR? Or I don't know what crit.
No, I was saying like no on Collector.
Yeah, because it's crit, right? Which is auto attacks. You don't really auto attack. So you still don't build Edge of Night, right? Remember I even recommended it possibly second. And you don't go tier. Why don't you go tier? I'm pretty sure Blue Game goes tier.
The meta started to shift away from tier 1 Axiom Mark.
Oh, okay.
Started rising, so I kind of don't build tier that much. And I find that it's a lot more snowball if you just build Axiom Mark second.
Okay, let me see what happened here. Oh. No. Dragon fight, okay. And another thing with Kayn, usually you don't want to do 5v5s, right? Blue Kayn? Blue Kayn's actually not a team fighter, right? Red Kayn's a team fighter, so if you can, you want to avoid these. I mean, this doesn't look that avoidable. Let's see. So they're all here. Yeah, it doesn't look that avoidable. It could be, though. Let's see. Especially with the Kaylin and the traps, she can actually stall Dragon quite well. So what you might want to do is take this gate here, E, pressure this tower. So
and split people up.
Yeah, you just split people up. Maybe to even take it. You force someone to come stop you, or if they don't stop you, they're gonna try really hard to fight the dragon. Right? They're gonna 5v4 your team, but you do need some trust in your team that they won't just die here, which I think there's a chance they won't, because Caitlyn can just set like a trap line here, and even if they do die, let's say that the enemy team 5v4 is your team, right? That is bad, but let's say that happens. Even if that happens, it's not the end of the world, because if they 5v4, you get this and possibly this, because you're gonna do this pretty early, right? Where are you right now? Where are you? Oh, you're here. Dragon's full HP. That's not really an issue right now. Your team's here. Nautilus just hooked. I don't know if you noticed that, but they just engaged. His aftershock's down too. Like, so he doesn't really want to fight until another hook. So Caitlyn has some time to set up traps, and she just has good range, right? So, yes, Pantheon can flash engage. Nautilus can hook or R engage. Yes, and then yes, Caitlyn is probably screwed. But while that happens, you get to pressure this. It's better than 5v5ing, because that's just not what you're good at. You're just not a 5v5er, so do what you're good at. And actually, you could 5v5 even coming here, because you're Blue Kayn, right? So when you come here, what happens? No, I don't think you take that. You just E back down. You can just E back down. You might be to the fight. You might get to the fight a little late, but you have better. You have better options being here rather than. What are you gonna do here? Maybe you're gonna flank them this way. The carries. You only really have. You don't even have that many good targets because of Kale, right? So whoever you try to assassinate, Kale can just ult them. So it's quite a bad team fight for Blue Kayn right now. So what you're really good at is this. Yeah. So again, I'm not saying 100% you just win the game here, but it's like again, in your favor, like 60, 70, much better doing this rather than being here. Yeah. Especially with the Hex Gates, the Hex Gates actually gives you this extra travel right here. You get to be right here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you didn't even have Lissandra. Where's Lissandra? Wait, was Lissandra not here the whole time? Well, she was here. Where did she go? She was walking around. Okay. I mean, you can't control that, but. Oh, she was going for this. But you see, like even your own team, right? They see, oh, I'm gonna lose mid tower, all these minions. Same if you're over here, the enemy team is gonna think, I need to go. Someone needs to go bot because of this Kayn. Yeah. And then like you see now Lissandra's coming. That's kind of what you're doing. So you're going here. There's a team fight. Okay, you come back, but you're much faster than Lissandra, right? She's just walking. At least you have your E. You can like E. Where would you E? You have Q. You play Q somewhere here. Start your E. You can start your E here, right? Actually, wait. How far does it go? I don't think it goes. It might. Does it? Wait.
If you Q on E from the wall, you can make it down to around blue buff.
I mean, like, how long does it last? Oh, okay. I think. Can you make it? I think. Can you start here and make it?
Yeah, you can make it to about blue buff. You can't make it to there.
Well, here's where you want to make it. So you wouldn't E here. Maybe like E here or here. E one of these, right?
That would make it.
And then E, and then you get a flank on the team fight, right? This is the fight. You don't want to come this way, right? Because this is where everyone's throwing their spells, and the squishies are right here in the back. So push bot, and then come from behind. So double advantage is you pressure, you get towers maybe, and you get the better angle. It's just it's kind of similar to the Kale thing where you clear Krugs, and then you get the better angle from the back, right? So sometimes patience is key. Like you don't have to be there immediately, or you don't have to, go as soon as possible every time. Wait, they didn't have Kale? Oh, do you guys 3 for 3, but no Kale? Hold on. I gotta see it again. But yeah, okay, that was what maybe could have happened. Let's see what actually happens. I couldn't even. I couldn't find. Okay, you died. Whatever. But you see how it's kind of not great for you to be. You're in the front. Nautilus is in the front. Nautilus prefers that situation, right? Better if you're in the back, not taking all that AOE stuff. Yeah. I don't think they even targeted you specifically. Like you kind of got hit by some AOE there. So. So in this case, you don't want to be here, right? Because what do you do here? The one thing you do here is you don't actually do anything here. Like or let me know, why are you here? What are you thinking? I can explain.
We're 1-3-1 splitting.
You're going for a 1-3-1. Is that your team call maybe?
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. They both have teleport, right? Actually, Lissandra does not have teleport, so really, you should be here. Lissandra should be mid. That's if you're gonna do the one. All right, I mean that would have been great, actually. Yeah. So you should not be here. But even if Lissandra had TP, I don't think you should be here either. So what should you be doing? Well, I mean, like the first choice, like I said, you should be top, Lissandra mid. Let's talk about a second choice. The second choice is here or here. You literally, you're a scout. You just E for vision and look at where is it? Because right now, where are they? We don't actually know where they are, right? So And actually, we don't know that these camps are down. I don't think you know that there's no wolves in Grom or Rap. You don't actually know anything about Nautilus camps right now. So you should be looking to take camps. Even these camps. I mean, I know these camps are down, but you know the idea in the real game is you should be trying to take camps because, like I said, you don't actually accomplish anything by showing right here. You actually give the enemy team confidence by showing here, right? Because they're like, oh, there's 3 mid, Kayn's mid, you know, Kayn's mid, so I don't have to, you know, maybe Ezreal doesn't have to worry about taking red buff. He's like, oh, okay, Kayn's mid, he's not gonna kill me on red buff or something. Or Kayn's mid, so we can all in this Lissandra. Kayn's not gonna help Lissandra, right? If they don't know where Kayn is, they might be afraid to go Lissandra because you could be here, right? Or you could be here, or, you know, you could help Lissandra. But from this position, you can't really help Lissandra. You can't really help Cassante. You're just unnecessarily giving the enemy confidence by being here. So yeah. So again, number 1, you should be top. But if you don't, maybe your Lissandra is stubborn, or you know, if we talk about solo queue, I'm not talking about this Lissandra in general. Just maybe your mid laner, you know, your solo queue mid laner just wants top farm. Fine. Go help hover them. We call this hovering. So like help Lissandra see who's here. Like, is anyone ganking her? Then you can help her by like moving around. Or same with Cassante. Help Cassante see who is here. But usually you want to help your squishy, like if your mid laner or AD carry is split pushing, you want to help them more than your like tanky Cassante, because most likely they won't kill him, or if they do kill Cassante, it'll take them a lot of time to kill Cassante, right? Just because he's tanky. So it's better for you to hover the squishy, and it's also like, yeah, it's hard. It's very easy for people to kill squishy champions compared to tanky. So give the squishy champion vision rather than the tanky one if you have to choose. You know?
Yeah.
So like I'm saying, being here doesn't actually do anything. Like, they could do this because right now they have 4 people. Well, I guess because they have 4 people. Right now they have like 4 people. Even if they have 3 people, you lose 3v3 just because you're Kayn. Blue Kayn is not great in a big team fight. Like 2v2 is probably the best you can do. 3v3 is not that great. Once it gets to like 4v4 or 5v5s, it gets really bad for Blue Kayn. So you're not actually doing anything here. Like you see 3 of you have to retreat regardless if you're here or not, right? You're here, your team has to retreat. You're not here, they have to retreat. So what I'm saying is you're not doing anything here. So what you could be doing is just taking camps, making them afraid to be up here. They're up here because they see everyone. They know Lissandra's top, they know Cassandra's here, they know 3 of you are here. They have nothing to be afraid of. But if you're hidden, then they might be afraid, right? If you're over here, even if they see you, even if they have a ward here or a ward here and they see you, they have to be afraid that you're gonna flank them, right? Like Ezreal kind of has to be afraid. Oh, Kayn can easily just flank him, so he won't be so confident to be up here like this. Yeah. And again, like I said, at the same time, you don't actually care about your mid lane right now. You're actually playing the split push game, so you actually want to be backing up one of these two, like as Blue Kayn here. And then you do see the problem with the CC. So again, the Edge of Night, possibly help you here.
Yeah.
I think even Merchants, I don't know. I rarely go Merchants on Blue Kayn. Let me see. No, I think Edge of Night. You don't need Merchants, but I think Edge of Night is good enough.
I just said
Did you not have ult?
I couldn't farm him.
Right? Or
I do have ulti, which
yes.
Really?
I see.
I'm assuming he's just barely at range.
Another Edge of Night. Just kidding. I mean, I remember repeating it, but Edge of Night is also good. I mean, you might not like it because it is the worst damage item. Like it does do less damage than these two. But even if you don't kill someone, it's fine, right? Because Blue Kayn, you don't, you know, you're an assassin, but you don't actually have to kill people. That's another concept. You actually just have to be a threat. Like you just need to get them low. You just need to get them to flash. You just need to get them to leave, or waste some cooldowns on you because they can't ignore you. But the kill itself is actually not. I mean, obviously it's great, but you don't actually need it. If that makes sense. Like you can chunk them. They might have to back out. Maybe multiple people back out. Maybe Pantheon backs out, but also Nihilus backs out because Nihilus wants to peel you off Pantheon, right? So you alone took away 2 of their teammates while your team fights like a 4v2 or whatever this is, 3v2 over here. See, so you're winning the game by not even getting a kill, if that makes sense. You're winning the game by just having the pressure. You being alive is the pressure. So you being dead is not. You're not a threat when you're dead, right? So if you had, again, Edge of Night, you would go here. Maybe you don't kill them because you have Edge of Night and you're lacking just a little damage, right? Maybe. But with the Edge of Night, you have time for your ult, and then actually you probably do kill him with the ult. But even if you don't kill him with the ult, right? You ult, you can ult out maybe, and then hopefully, I don't think you have E. Or actually, your E cooldown is low as a blue form. You might have E, or if you don't have E, you Q. You try to live. Hopefully E, but if not, maybe you can Q or something, and stall sometime. If that makes sense.
Yep.
Oh, you dead. So here, hold on. I think respawn. Oh, okay. Sometimes I fast forward, I miss things. Wait, I can't. Oh, I can't see the health of dragon.
That's weird. You can't see the health dragon.
Yeah, I guess bugs sometimes. Start the health, nice. I mean, yeah, this situation is just a steal one because you have your Cassante. I mean, again, you're not a team fighter, right? So you either try to steal it or not. Yeah, I think it's okay. But again, I'm just I repeat it again. Maybe you'll buy it now. The Edge of Night will give you a much higher chance of not dying. Like maybe you don't steal it, but they probably don't CC you if you have the Edge of Night. If you think about Nihilus and Pantheon, oh, where is it? Like it's hard for them to actually break your shield. How are they gonna break the shield? I mean, Pantheon a little easier. He can Q you first, Q you, and then W you. But it still takes some time. Like it's slower. Nihilus doesn't actually have any way to break your shield. So that's good. These guys might break it with like a weak spell. They might, but I mean it's not a perfect item. But against Nihilus and Pantheon, just those two at least, it's very solid for you to buy you at least. I would say at least like a second, more than you would have.
Yeah.
But nice try. I think it doesn't actually cost you too much to die here because nothing's happening anyways. I mean, you do have Baron. That is one thing. You're wasting your Baron right now. But yeah, third dragon would have been really good. Oops. Oh, you're doing it now. Oh, wait. Never mind. Okay. Sorry. Okay, looks like it's no, never mind, I think. Did you just win here? I didn't want. I think you should, right? Why is the replay this long?
Oh, not exactly.
Why you don't?
You'll see.
That's crazy. Oh my! It's
He got a triple res.
oh okay. Who did he kill? Oh man, that's
Res,
crazy.
yeah.
I didn't think of that, but yeah, that makes sense. Let me see that again. Oh, because he's invisible, right? Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's not your fault. Okay. Oh, you buy? Okay. It is on your mind. Okay, I like.
There it is. The infamous item.
So, let me tell you the strategy in this point in the game. The strategy is not actually to be like here because Kale has infinite wave clear at late game, and she's pretty weak right now to be fair, but she has like infinite wave clear once she's 16. So your triple inhibs, yes, but your team fight is worse than theirs, and you don't really have many walls in the base, right? There's no walls for you to use your E to get like a flank. I mean, there's no way you get a flank anyways because when you're in the base, the enemy they have vision on the base, right? They can like see you. So this is not a great place to fight. Let's look at. I mean, I know in the game you don't actually see this. Oh, actually, you're very ahead. Let me look at it. Let's look here. Top is very ahead. You are ahead of Nihilus, but again, that doesn't matter as much because Nihilus is tank. And it's similarly, top lead doesn't matter as much because Cassante is like... I guess he's like, he does damage, but he's like tank compared to hyperscale. So these two leads don't matter that much. You look here, the even... No, he's winning, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Oh, it's... No, even. You guys are even. Even mid lane. And your AD carry is... losing by 1 whole item. Wait, really? Oh, yeah. His farm. I guess he has farm. Supports are even. So again, so you're winning top and jungle. I mean, you gotta do this in the game, right? So when you throughout the whole game, you press tab and you see like, okay, who's strong, who's weak. Like things like that. I mean, and like you do like the kind of assessment. So how is this game going? Well, top and jungle are good, but everything else is not that good. So, I would say I don't really feel like you guys are 7k up. I mean, in the game you wouldn't even know that anyways, but here you guys are 7k up, but it doesn't really feel like it. So team fight wise, you got like again like just because I'm talking about blue Kayn again. I don't know how often you play blue or red, but I'm just talking about blue in this game. Blue's not great in team fighting again, especially in their base with no walls. Actually, even in your base, it's not good, right? Because you don't have walls in your base either, so it's not great to play Kayn in the bases. You want to play around these. If you can, even red, if you're red, because you want to bring them to you as red to team fight. With blue, it's a different strategy. You want to bring them to Baron so you can maybe like do a split or something. Either way though. As Kayn, you don't really want to fight here if you don't have to. And right now you don't have to, right? I think your team really wants to win because you have triple inhibs. So maybe that's why. But yeah, as the game goes late, team comp starts to matter more than the actual like gold. Gold doesn't matter as much as you get later. Let's see. Do you win though? I think you just win. Or yeah, you win, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Hope it makes sense though. Even though you win, right? You do win here. I'm just like telling you. That's the ideas about for any game. Yeah.